Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. It's a tall, slim, thin, I don't know what you want to call it. It's just a lovely shaped box. Using Forever Greenery. Bit addicted to it, but I've not used a huge amount of the green. I've kind of used the stamp set and been contrary with my colours, but I thought I'm going to use it as it's designed to be used with the matching paper. Love the paper, it's gorgeous. Particularly a bit of a fan of the stripy. Love the stripy. Okay, 8.5 by 12 inches, 21.5 by 30.5 centimetres. We're going to start on the short side. Super easy. Score it every 2 inches at 2, 4, 6 and 8, which in metric is 5, 10, 15 and 20 centimetres. So easy. And then you turn it to one side, score it at 2 inches, 5 centimetres. Easy peasy. So obviously it finishes up at 2 by 2 inches on the way round, and it's 10 inches tall, which is 5 by 5 by 25.5 centimetres. So it's a tall box, 10 inches tall. Good size box, 25.5 centimetres. Okay, did I give you the metric of the paper? 21.5 by 30.5 to start with. I did. Okay, that's all done, and then find my score line at the bottom. Right, so you're not going to be able to see that at all. So I've got my score lines and it folds around like this. So I'm going to take a little bit off the edge, and then at the bottom on all these score lines I'm going to take the small rectangle and cut straight up the rest. So take a little bit off there, just not good scissors, get better ones. So this is the skinny rectangle going, so that's vanished from there, and then I'm going to cut straight up the rest. There's 3 more, 2, 3. So that is as simple as it is. So just come around to do like that. So I'm going to put some Seal Plus down here. Stick it down. So that's going to become the back. 2 sides in and the back. And just double check I like that colour. Might go this one as the back. So you've got options. You've got 2 options for the back. That one or that one. So I like this colour more. So let's try that again. 2 sides and the back, and this is going to be the front, so tape on there, and then depending on what you've got inside it is to how far it will pull in at the side. So if you've got nothing in there, it's naturally resisting at about that point. You could use your fingers and run it down more. If you've got a taller gift, it's going to sit higher. I'm going to go with where nature's taking me. That was weird. I'm going to go with where this is taking me. Right, so I'm just going to grab a clip for the top and some of our ribbon. Where's my good cutty scissors? Here they are. Good cutty scissors. That didn't make any sense whatsoever. Sharp scissors. Lots of you see me struggling with bows, and you're very kind and you give me links to things like bow makers and bow dabbers. I have no problem tying a bow if it's not attached to something. It's when it's on a project like this that I have trouble, and bow makers aren't any good for that because they make a freestanding bow. So yeah, if it's just a bow, yeah, I generally don't have any trouble with it. See? That's not a problem with a bow. Part of it is dependent on whether I need to have my nails cut or whether they're a bit long, and they are my natural nails, or whether it's the ribbon, but that's very pretty. I like that. I'm going to save it. So yeah, thank you ever so much everybody who sends me all your links. I do like to look at them. Okay, so that's my box tied up beautifully. So I'm going to bring in Forever Fern now, and I'm going to go for my 3 favourites. Actually, I'm going to do a different one this time. But I like that bubble one. Somebody did tell me, lots of you did tell me what kind of flower that is. Still not convinced I know. I certainly can't remember. It's all good. Okay, so I've got some strips of paper here, and I've got Pear Pizzazz, Garden Green and Shaded Spruce, and that was the reason why I turned it this way. I think that was my other option. But this, oh actually that's mint macaron. Let's swap it. Mint macaron, Garden Green, Shaded Spruce. No, it's not, is it? No, because that's Pretty Peacock. Maybe that's Shaded Spruce. Let's just change all of the colours. Or is that soft? Soft sea foam. There we go, got there in the end. Right, so soft sea foam. Do that on this bubbly shaped one. And I'm going to have Pretty Peacock on this one. Garden Green for my last one. Which is going to fit there. Okay, and then I just got them out. Here we go. My Forever Flourishing dies. So that is that one. That's that one, and I guess that is that one. Okay, so I now have my magnetic platform. It did arrive in the middle of September, but I had actually completed all my September projects by the time it arrived. So the way it works is you need plate number 1, plate number 2, and this one. You don't have a cutting mat. So normally you would make a sandwich between two clear cutting plates. You don't. You go directly onto this. It's self-healing. You can see where I've done some die cutting, but it sorts itself out. Okay. But it's one big magnet. It's not lots of them. So you don't have the jumping issue that you have with the Sizzix one, which is the one we had before, because it was Sizzix we worked with. I don't think you can see this bottom one. So yeah, the magnets aren't, the dies aren't jumping around because the magnets aren't jumping. And then we come and put our plate on the top. And I need to get this back on here and send the whole lot through. And there we go, look at that, easy as anything. All die cut, and put those away, don't put it down, put it away. And I don't know if you're going to see, but there's a little mark. I don't know that I can get you to see that, but yeah, it's making a depression, but it will sort itself out. Don't cut on that side, that's the magnet. Okay. Right, I've also got, I want to say these are called Forever Gold, but they might be Gold Flourishes. But these are these great big 12 by 12 sheets that have got all of our little die cut elements, and all I've done is I've popped them out. I've got another box full of them that have got sort of frames in. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll go with those ones. And I've just kept these. These are in our wood mount storage boxes. So these are thicker than, say, this one that I use. I use the thin ones for embellishments and things, and I use the thicker ones for these and memories and more. Stock up. Okay, right, so I'm going to create a little sort of scene, I think, and then glue it all together. Yeah, okay, so start with that one. Where's my glue dots? They're over on the other side of my office because I was doing something there. So I'm just going to slide to the left and get a new packet, because a new packet, always a good excuse. I'm not too worried about glue showing because I'm going to put a sentiment over the top of this. I'm just layering up my pieces. Actually, you can't see a great deal of that green back there, can you? Might move that round. So that's kind of a bit of a cluster going on. And then in the stamp set, we've got all our phrases. You can do this, hello, love and laughter forever after, to a friend that makes me smile, which is the one I want to go with. And there it is. So I'm going to look through a block and aim to get it as lined up as possible. And I think I might do this in Pretty Peacock. And I'm going to go down in the bottom corner. And I'm going to grab my trimmer just to cut off the bits I don't need. Oh, that would be the scoring blade. There we go. Couldn't tell you what measurements that is. Eyeballed measurements. It's the ones that I can see. Okay, and then, whoops, a couple of dimensionals on there. And then I've got this nice mass back here where I can put a couple more and you're not going to see them. My project, and to cover up just these little ends, there we go. What do you think? I like it. Look at those two completely different bows. Okay, random. So anyway, I love them. They're tall and slim and pretty and attractive, and they use Forever Greenery in green, or Forever Fern in green, I should say. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.